Welcome back to the Scenic Route Traveler. My name is Erin and I've been traveling for the past decade and have now been to over 40 countries around the world. My aim as a traveler is to explore and discover the world's most beautiful places one scenic route at a time. Today we're diving into the vibrant heart of Colombia, Medellín, the city of eternal spring. Join me as we explore this transformed metropolis from its innovative public transportation system to the colorful streets of Comuna 13, and discover why digital nomads and travelers are falling in love with this South American gem. In this video, we'll wander through the historic charming neighborhoods, attend a local football match, ride the famous cable cars for breathtaking city views, and uncover hidden spots around the city. So grab your coffee and let's explore this amazing city together. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to join me on more scenic routes around the world. We've officially made it to the beautiful Medellín, Colombia. We got in late last night. From Bogota, we took a 15-minute flight. It was very easy. Medellín is considered the second biggest city in Colombia and has a really beautiful spots to go visit and check out, so we're excited to do that while we're here for the next few days. Tucked in the lush valley of Colombia's Andes Mountains lies Medellín, a city that's completely transformed itself into one of South America's most exciting destinations. Once notorious for its troubled past, today Medellín is a vibrant cultural hub known for its perfect spring-like weather all year round, innovative public spaces, and some of the warmest, most welcoming people you'll ever meet. From world-class museums and amazing street art to mouth-watering local food and stunning mountains, this city will surprise you at every turn. Got in late last night and we're just kind of relaxing a little bit last night and this morning, and I am here at the top of a really beautiful hill in Medellín where you can see the kind of surrounding city. So I'm here to take some pictures and check it out. I'll pull a little bit more of the description and location in the description box below to come check it out yourself. Our first stop in Medellín was to visit Pueblito, Paisa, which is a charming replica of a traditional Colombian town that sits perched atop a hill in the heart of the city, offering the most beautiful views of the city. This little village, or Pueblito, gives you a perfect glimpse into Colombia's cultural heritage and what small-town life looked like during the Antioquia region. As you wander through its cobblestone plaza, you'll find a traditional white church, a town hall, a barbershop, and colorful houses, all built to represent the architectural style of a typical Antioquean village. The attention to detail is incredible, from the wooden balconies to the terracotta roof tiles. And don't miss trying traditional Colombian snacks like empanadas and arepas from the local vendors. The artisan shops here are perfect for picking up authentic Colombian crafts, from hand-woven bags to beautiful pottery. But the real magic? The 360-degree panoramic view of Medellín. Come at sunset and you'll see why this is one of the most photographed spots in the city. And trust me, these golden hour shots of the valley are absolutely incredible. This part of the city that I'm at, which I'll put the name here because I'm going to butcher the name, has some really great pathways around the main top part where the cute little village is, shops and restaurants, get some drinks and food. But I'm out on some of the little trails just nearby, and a lot of them go back down to the main road if you're feeling ambitious, but they did have a few taxis that were waiting at the top that could bring you back down and take you back to where you need to go next as well. Now let's dive into a very key thing to know before visiting Medellín, starting with why it's called the City of Eternal Spring. Thanks to its location in the Abura Valley, Medellín actually enjoys perfect year-round weather, with temperatures typically hovering between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 22 to 27 degrees Celsius. Though I do recommend packing light layers and a rain jacket because those afternoon showers can pop up pretty quickly, especially from April to May and September to November. Now is also a good time to mention and do a quick breakdown of Medellín's main neighborhoods. First off, El Poblado is the city's most popular area for tourists. Think tree-lined streets, boutique hotels, and endless cafes and restaurants. While it's the priciest area, it's also the most tourist-friendly and a safer neighborhood, perfect for first-timers. Laureles is where locals live, and is actually where I stayed when I was there. It's more authentic and a little bit more laid-back than Poblado, with better prices and an amazing food scene around La 70 and First Park. And it's flat too, making it a little bit more easy to walk around. If you're looking for local culture and energy, check out Belén. It's less touristy but offers authentic markets, traditional bakeries, and the beautiful Cerro Nutibara. Just exercise normal city caution here, but especially at night. Envigado feels like its own small town within the city. Here you'll find traditional Colombian life, family-run restaurants, and the charming Jardines area with some of the best local eateries. It's quieter but still well connected by metro. Later in the day, we headed to Comuna 13 to do a few-hour tour of the area and see and experience this neighborhood of the city. And trust me, it is well worth the time to come out to this area. It's a powerful testament to how art, innovation, and community can transform a neighborhood. Now, these outdoor escalators we're riding might not seem revolutionary to some, but they have been quite the game changer for this hillside community. Before 2011, residents had to climb the equivalent of a 28-story building just to get home if they had work or appointments in other areas of the city. Today, these 6 connected escalators have cut that journey to just 6 minutes. But to really appreciate Comuna 13's transformation, we need to understand its past. Just 2 decades ago, this was considered one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in what was already one of the most dangerous cities in the world. Caught between guerrilla groups, paramilitary forces, and gang violence, Comuna 13's residents lived through some of Colombia's darkest days. But look at it now. Every wall tells a story, every mural represents hope. In 2002, after Operation Orion, a controversial military intervention, the community began its transformation. Local artists and youth groups started using hip-hop, graffiti, and dance as a powerful form of resistance and expression. And what you're seeing isn't just street art, it's a visual history of healing and resilience. Today, Comuna 13 is buzzing with activity. Local guides, many of whom grew up here, share their personal stories while showing you around. You'll find hip-hop dancers performing on makeshift stages, local artists selling their work, and some of the most spectacular views of the city. Also, make sure to stop at some of the local food stands too. You can try the mango cansal y lemon from fruit vendors or grab some traditional Colombian snacks. I'm personally recommending the paletas, perfect for cooling off after climbing those hills. My pro tip, come in the afternoon when the light is perfect for those golden hour photos. And the view of the sun setting over the city from up here is absolutely incredible. So Comuna 13 shows us that transformation is possible, that art can heal, and that communities can write their own destiny. It's easily one of the most impactful stops on any of the itineraries. And I highly recommend taking a guided tour to fully understand its significance. On our next day, we were headed to the metro station to experience some of the other neighborhoods. But first, let me just take a moment to tell you about Medellin's public transportation system, which is a masterclass in urban innovation. For just about 2,800 pesos, or less than $1, you can get pretty much anywhere in the city. And as a pro tip, grab a Metro card from any metro station if you're staying more than a few days. It'll save you some time waiting in those ticket lines and gives you a slight discount. But here is where things get more interesting. We're taking Line B on the Metro to connect to the Metro cable cars, which is the city's iconic cable car system. And what started as a solution to connect hillside communities to the city center has become a model for urban transportation worldwide. So as we soared above the city that morning in these gondolas, it's hard to believe that these systems were built primarily for commuters, not tourists. Before the Metro cable, residents of these hillside neighborhoods had to spend hours navigating steep steps just to reach the city center. Now, it's a 15-minute ride. Each cable car line tells a different story of the city's transformation. Take line L to La Sierra. It's one of the newer lines opening up access to previously isolated communities. From up here, you can see how the city sprawls up the valley's walls with colorful houses stacked like building blocks along the mountainside. These cable cars aren't just about transportation, they're about social integration. Before this system, many of these neighborhoods were essentially cut off from the city's economic opportunities. Now, residents can easily commute to work or school, and small businesses near the stations are thriving. And the views up here are absolutely spectacular. But remember, these cars are part of daily life for locals. You'll share your ride with students heading to university or workers commuting to jobs, and maybe a few other tourists taking the vista. Later that day, we were headed to a football game, which I have to say, experiencing a football game in Medellín is unlike anything else. When I was there, I went to an Águilas Doradas game, and the energy was electric. But Medellín is also home to two iconic rival teams, Atlético Nacional with their green and white, and Independent Medellín, or DMI, known for their red and blue. These two teams dominate the city's sports scene, and their fans are incredibly passionate. On derby days, when these two teams face off, the entire city comes alive. Over 40,000 fans fill the stadium singing, drumming, and waving massive flags in a sea of color and sound. If you're planning to go, tickets are usually between 40,000 to 120,000 pesos, or 10 to 30 US dollars. For the ultimate experience, arrive early and grab an arepa from a nearby vendor or try the local Club Colombian beer. The pre-match buzz around the stadium is half the fun, with fans spilling out of local bars and chanting in the streets. But football isn't the only event worth checking out. Medellín's sports culture extends beyond the pitch. The city also hosts the Tour Colombia, where cyclists from around the world tackle challenging Andean routes, drawing massive crowds. For multiple sport events, the nearby sports complex hosts swimming competitions, basketball games, and even Olympic trials. It's a sports lover's dream and a great way to witness Medellín's diverse athletic spirit. All right, let's do a lightning round of other can't-miss highlights of Medellín. First up, marvel at the massive bronze sculptures by Fernando Botero in Botero Plaza. For nature lovers, take the Metro cable car up to Parque Arví's hiking trails and weekend farmers markets. Foodies won't want to miss the Mercado de Rio food hall. And for stunning city views, ride the cable car up to San Javier. And finally, step into a fairy tale at El Castillo Museum and Gardens. That's your quick list of top things to do in Medellín. Let me know in the comments what you ended up doing when you went there. Thanks for joining me in this Medellín adventure. I hope you got some inspiration for your own trip. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more travel guides and tips. Thanks for watching and happy travels.